guys, it's Paula. It's been a long time. Happy New Year. Today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to share with you the first shelf that I managed to fix. So in one of my earlier videos, I mentioned that I don't live in the capital. So I don't live in Metro Manila, at least not anymore. And in recent months, whenever I had the opportunity to, I've been hauling some of my things back to this place. And in recent months as well, I've had to kind of redesign this space to fit all my things. So this is hardly like half of the books that I've managed to fit in my flat. I don't know how. But yeah, so this is the first shelf, and I thought I'd share with you what's in here. Here at the bottom part, we have some of my law books. So I've separated the books that I intend to donate. And yeah, so these are books that I've had since law school, since bar review. And then I also have some mementos here. So I thought I'd actually go through some of the mementos that are in here. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, by the way. I was introduced to Harry Potter in 1998. Miss Joan Wagner was my primary school librarian, was the one who introduced me to Chamber of Secrets. That was actually the first Harry Potter book that I read. Anyway, I digressed. So I have a mug from Harry Potter, like a patch from when book 4 was released. So I got this from Goodwill Bookstore back when it was still operating. It was a freebie when I got the book. And then at the back we have a pencil case with Snape in there. That was also from the first book. I don't know where the lid is anymore. And then a set of Uno cards, which was gifted to me by my high school best friend, I think in 2001. Yeah, when the film came out. And then I also have like Star Wars. I think that's a set of DVD or VCDs. I'm into Star Wars, but not as much as Harry Potter. And here, I have a really old and really dusty, I'm so sorry about that, night lamp or book lamp. I'm not sure how you call it, but it was a freebie from Scholastic and Goosebumps. So when I was in primary school, my parents paid for a monthly subscription to Scholastic, and I would get like 3 books every month. And I think this was part of maybe the first package. So yeah, I still have it. It's not working anymore because it doesn't have any battery, and I just want to preserve it. Also wanted to add that these 3 books are my mom's, so she used this when she was doing her undergraduate degree. Then I have this wooden musang civet cat. Might be civet cat. Yeah, I got that from Palawan, from when my dad was based there. And then here we have non-law books. Just a close-up of what's in here. You have Peter's Eye Hands, and then Fukuyama's Identity, Greenberg Sandworm, which was really disturbing but really fun and informative as well. Harari's Homo Deus, and then yeah, a bunch of other things. Samuel Huntington, that's a classic. I feel like every bookshelf should have it. Oh, by the way, so this American Gods copy was a gift from a friend, and it's signed. Naylor's Relentless Strike is also really interesting if you're into the whole CT thing. And then here we have, again, a combination of fiction and non-fiction. So let's start here. I have Bobby Garcia's To Suffer Thy Comrades, and then some books on IHL and current events. And yeah, so these 2 books, the reason why I have 2 copies is that there's this thing at home where my dad and I kind of steal each other's books inadvertently often. So what happens is that if he can't find his copy, which would usually be with me, he would buy another one, and vice versa. And in certain instances, we've ended up having like 4 copies of a book, which is just ridiculous, but that's kind of how it is. And yeah, it's helpful when you're moving about, because then you can bring a copy with you and have one back at home. some Nabokov books, Alan Lightman's The Accidental Universe, which I enjoyed, Thoreau's Walden. And I think one of the things that you'll notice in the shelf is that I have several copies of Thoreau's Walden, and there's a reason for that. Again, just a close-up of the books that are in here. So these are relatively new, and by new I mean I think I got these in 2015, might have been, yeah, 2015. And then these are really old. These copies are older than me. So yeah. Here we have more Penguin books, including, oh, here, which is part of Walden. We have, oh, if you guys are familiar with the Little Black books, so this actually comes in like a set of the 1 to 80 books. I think these are the ones that are after 80 because as far as I know, they don't have like a second set. So I do have the first set and it's still in the flat in Metro Manila, so I'm yet to get that. But yeah, it was really convenient because, you know, you can just stack it and wouldn't be a problem. And then Fukuyama's books, Dune, the Dune series, and yeah, I enjoyed the Dune film, like the first part, which was released I think last October, was it? I just got to see it like about a week ago, which I know I'm a Patrick Star, I've been living under a rock. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I know that it's really difficult to turn into a film something as rich as Dune, and I know that in the past they've tried to do that, like through a film and through a series. So it was a really enjoyable effort, I think, but I was really offended by the way they portrayed Lady Jessica there. I'm, you know, just reading the books, I am terrified of the character, like terrified, but also, you know, like I highly respected her, so I just couldn't kind of wrap my head around how emotional she was in that film. But anyway, I digressed. So yeah, just a close-up of what's in here. So the Dune series, and then some Fukuyama books. So I have I Am Legend, some of my Little Black books. By the way, this cap, it's so dirty. I'm so sorry. So this was something that I won from a fishbowl raffle. Can you even call it a raffle? But anyway, when Deathly Hallows was released, a fully booked had like a little fishbowl raffle of sorts, and I won this. So yeah, it's so dirty. I'm so sorry. So that's about what, 15 years old at this point? Yeah, teenager. Some more of the Little Black books, and then these green Penguin books. I wish I could have completed them, but not everything was available, so I've had to settle for that. You know, these thinner books, one of the reasons why I really like Penguin books is that at least when we were still allowed to travel, they were very convenient to carry with you, like for your flights, and you know, if you just want to kind of kill time between meetings, because they're so compact, they're so lightweight, and they're really easy to read. And then here we have more books, clearly, but my Harry Potter books are here. And oh my god, my Prisoner of Azkaban copy is like really battered. This is my favorite Harry Potter book, and clearly you can tell. I've reread this so many times. So yeah, I also have the Fantastic Beasts and Quidditch Through the Ages, which came from the first release. These ones came from the 90s. Yeah, like late 90s, 1998, 1999. These are the Bloomsbury version. And oh, The Wizard of Oz. So I have had this since I was in primary school, and it's really old, but the quality of the paper is really good, so it has really withstood the test of time. And then I have a copy of The Fault in Our Stars. So a little backstory about that. So this is a signed copy, and that's the reason why it's in here. I typically you know, let go of books that I've read and feel I wouldn't reread anymore. But anyway, I kept that because it's a signed copy. So what happened was, during the last few weeks of the bar review, I was frequenting Fully Booked, the one in BGC. So they have a Starbucks there, so I would review there. And every so often, you know, I would stop reviewing and then just browse through the young adult section, because at that time, you know, I just really needed like something to help me decompress in between like readings. So anyway, I started reading it, but obviously couldn't finish it. And when I finished the bar, the first thing that I did was actually go back to Fully Booked, and one of the books that I purchased was this one. So when I was about to pay, the guy at the counter said that he had a better copy of it. So I was like, oh, okay. I thought it was just because, you know, the one that I had gotten was, I don't know, maybe then because it was a display piece, was, you know, a little battered, I guess. I didn't really mind because I was gonna read it anyway. But yeah, he said that they had a better copy, and then, you know, he switched copies. And then when I was paying, that was the only time that I noticed the sticker that said it was a signed copy. So yeah, little nice post-bar exam story. This was a souvenir from when I lived in Thailand. So I lived in Thailand for a few months for a regional semester. And then this is a Harry Potter sorting hat, which was part of a keyring, as you can tell. And I do remember getting this in 2001. And then this ring holder was a present from a friend. So yeah, Ogmandino, again, another Walden, Khaled Hosseini, Salman Rushdie, Kazuo Ishiguro. You will see like a few other Ishiguros in my shelf. So yeah, that's this part. And then this is the topmost area. I should take this down. I'm sorry. That's a photo of me and my dad from when I graduated from high school. So okay, so just some mementos. This lion puppet, I've had that since I was, I don't know, 1 or 2 years old. So it was a gift from my parents. I do remember seeing this in a lot of photos from when I was a baby. And then this is a koala from when I graduated from University of Sydney. And then this Snoopy was actually part of a Whitman's chocolate set, and it was a gift from one of my closest friends from Canberra. So we left Canberra in December of 1999, and one of the sent-off presents from my friend Keisha was this with a box of Whitman's chocolate. And yeah, I've had it since then. And then this elephant was a souvenir from my trip to Nepal. And then this Bert, a puppet, was a present from, I don't know, way back in the 90s. So it's just as old as some of these pieces. Okay. Here we have some of my Riordans. So I do love Rick Riordan. Some of the books I've let go of. So again, I've mentioned that if I've gone through a book and I feel like I'm not gonna reread them anymore, I usually give them away or sell them. And then I have a couple more here. So yeah, there. I have Cocology, the first one from here. Oh my god, Cocology was huge when I was in college. So yeah, I decided to keep it. I've let go of the second one. And then I have some Dawn French in here, and then some classics, Dickens, Mark Twain. And then these books are older than me. These are my dad's, and you can tell that they're really old because they've lost their covers. And then yeah, some of my Ryan Holiday books are here. I have another one by my bedside table. But yeah, a close-up of what's in here. I have one Westerfeld left. I used to have like all of his books, but I've since let go of them and just kept uglies. And then just some other books that did not fit the shelf. So I have the new Riordan book, which I pre-ordered last May. Yeah, and then I finally got it last October. And then the other Ryan Holiday book that I have is Stillness is the Key. And this is an example of a book that my dad has just been in a tug of war with me. So I think we have at this point 4 copies of this. Like one in their flat, one in my flat, and a couple of copies here. And then, yeah, Magic of Oz. I've read this so many times. It's always a comforting, like, book to read. So that's by my bedside table. I used to have some of the other books in the series, but I don't know where they are anymore. I don't know if I've let them go, given them away, or they're just somewhere I've completely forgotten. And I have a new Tamora Pierce book. I haven't even like taken it out of the plastic yet. Another Thoreau here, Sowell, and then this book, The Cult of the Constitution, was a gift from a really good friend. My friend, you know who you are. Thank you so much for this. And then I have the new Ishiguro book, Clara and the Sun, and then I have the Narrow Corridor. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. By Asimoglu and Robinson. So yeah, that's it for now. I still have a bunch of books waiting for me in the flat that hopefully I'll be able to get in the coming weeks. If you have any questions about anything that I showed you today, please do comment it down below and I'll do my best to answer them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do give it a thumbs up if you did. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye!